Hello everyone, welcome back to Mithun Diaries. Today we are going to talk about something very interesting and surprising. Have you ever sat inside an aeroplane, turned on flight mode, connected to Wi-Fi, and suddenly started browsing the internet at 35,000 feet above the ground? Have you ever wondered how this is even possible? There are no mobile towers in the sky. There are no cables. The plane is flying at almost 900 kilometers per hour. Still, we get internet. So in this video, I will explain in very simple words how internet works in aeroplanes, what SATCOM really means, how aircraft Wi-Fi connects to satellites, how fast it is, how much it costs, and the reality behind in-flight Wi-Fi. So please watch this video till the end, and if you like such explained content, subscribe to Mithun Diaries. First, let us understand why our mobile network cannot work in aeroplanes. When we are on the ground, our phone connects to the nearest mobile tower. That tower is connected to fiber cables, switches, routers, and data centers. But an aeroplane flies at a height of 30,000 to 40,000 feet. At this height, mobile signals become very weak. The plane is moving extremely fast. The phone keeps switching between towers. One phone inside a flying aircraft can try to connect to hundreds of towers within minutes. This can overload the mobile network. This can also cause interference. This can affect aircraft communication systems. That is why airlines strictly ask us to keep phones in flight mode. So if mobile networks cannot work, how does internet work? The answer is SATCOM. So you might be thinking, what is SATCOM? SATCOM stands for satellite communication. Think of SATCOM as a mobile tower in space. Instead of connecting to towers on the ground, the aeroplane connects to a satellite orbiting the Earth. This satellite is connected to ground stations, internet service providers, data centers. So the satellite acts like a bridge between the aeroplane in the sky and the internet on the ground. This entire system is specifically designed for high speed, high altitude, continuous movement. So if you want to understand the complete data flow, let's go step by step. To understand the exact data flow, please imagine this carefully. The step 1, you open WhatsApp or Google on your phone. Step 2, your phone connects to the Wi-Fi router inside the aircraft. Next step, the router sends your data to an antenna installed on top of the aeroplane. The next step is that the antenna sends the signal upwards into space towards a satellite. The next step is the satellite receives the signal and sends it down to a ground station. The ground station connects to the internet. The last step is the response comes back the same route. The flow is from ground station to satellite, satellite to aircraft, antenna, antenna to Wi-Fi router, and later to your phone. All of this happens in fractions of a second. Even though the distance is thousands of kilometers, the system is optimized for speed. There are mainly two types of satellites used for aircraft internet. The first one is GEO satellites. GEO means geostationary orbit. These satellites are very far from Earth, around 36,000 kilometers. The advantages of geostationary satellites are they help us with the wide coverage, stable connection. When it comes to the disadvantages, the biggest one is with the higher latency. There is also slight delay in loading. Older aircraft Wi-Fi systems used GEO satellites. The newer version of this system is with the LEO satellites. LEO means low Earth orbit. These satellites are much closer to Earth. The biggest advantages of the LEO satellite is that the latency is very low. It also provides advantages of having faster speeds, better streaming experience. When it comes to disadvantages, this system needs many satellites. New companies like Starlink Aviation use LEO satellites. This is the future of in-flight internet. On top of many aircraft, you can see a small raised section. This is not for design, that is the SATCOM antenna housing. Inside this, there will be a high precision tracking antenna, auto alignment motors, weather resistant equipments. The antenna continuously tracks the satellite, adjusts angle while flying, maintains stable connection. Even during turbulence, it keeps working. Inside the aircraft, the internet works like a mini office network. There are central onboard servers, multiple Wi-Fi access points, caching systems. When many passengers watch the same content, the system sends it once and shares locally. This reduces satellite usage and improves speed. Seat back screens, crew tablets, and passenger phones all use the same internal network. Now let us talk about speed. Most aircraft do not give internet per person, they give internet per aircraft. Total bandwidth is shared among all passengers. Typical speeds are gonna be in the range of 2 to 15 Mbps for the whole plane. It's good for WhatsApp messages, emails, browsing, low quality videos, and it's not good for heavy downloads, online gaming, HD streaming on full flights. That is why sometimes Wi-Fi feels fast and sometimes slow. Aircraft internet is very expensive for airlines. That cost is recovered from passengers. The typical pricing for short flights is in the range of 500 rupees to 1200 rupees, and in the long flights the prices are gonna range from 2000 rupees to 3500 rupees. Some airlines offer free texting, free Wi-Fi for business class, free Wi-Fi for loyalty members. But remember, even free Wi-Fi cost is already included in your ticket price. Even with Wi-Fi, flight mode is required because cellular radios are turned off, only Wi-Fi is active, network remains controlled and safe. This ensures no interference, stable aircraft communication, passenger safety. The future of aircraft internet is very exciting. Soon we will see faster internet, video calls in flights, streaming without buffering, more free Wi-Fi. LEO satellite networks are changing everything. So this is how internet works in aeroplanes using SATCOM technology. If this video helped you understand something new, please like this video, share it with others, and subscribe to Mithun Diaries. Comment below and tell me, have you used Wi-Fi in a flight and how was your experience? See you in the next video. Until then, keep learning and keep exploring. Thank you for watching. You have a great day. Bye bye.